everyone, welcome back to Vigi's vlog. I know it's been a while, so as a special treat, I'm going to show you how you can make your own face masks. Now, I'm no expert, and I have literally in the last 3 or 4 weeks just played around with my sewing machine or my daughter's sewing machine and found out how to make these face masks, which are really quite easy to do. So without further ado, I will start showing you how to do that. Speak to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone. Once you've got your 2 bits of material, 2 square bits of material, my advice is choose something that is cotton, not too silky. This is quite stiff as well. It's almost like linen, and I find that works really well because it's quite stiff. And then what you want to do is you want to take the good side, so where the pattern is, and you want to place it inside. So look at both of the patterns. Now for me the gingham is kind of the same on both sides, and you want to put them together like that. Okay, so you put them together with the pattern inside. The idea is we're going to sew this and then we're going to open it up into our face mask. Now the idea is now that we're going to hem all along this line, along 3 sides. Okay, so 3 sides you're going to sew, and then on the 3rd side you're just going to sew to there and then leave a gap and then sew from there to there. And the idea of that is obviously to let a little bit of a gap because we're going to fold it inside out. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. So don't be scared of your sewing machine. I certainly was when I first started. And like I said, I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so place your material on the sewing machine, and then you want to press down that foot pedal and then bring the needle down so that it's down, starting in its starting position in the material. And then all you're going to do is just a gentle straight stitch and keep to the edge as far as you can. Don't worry though if it's not that straight and it's not that neat, because this is just going inside, so you don't actually see this stitching. And what you're doing is you're going to sew all the way right to the end, feeding it in. Going to go all the way right to the end. And you're going to stop, take the needle up, take the footlock up, pull it out, and you're going to cut. And so I don't know if you can see that, but you can see it's just literally a straight stem, a straight stitch. Okay, I'm going to finish the others off and then I'll come back to you. Right, so once you've got to grips with the sewing, you should have sewed 3 sides of it, and then the 4th side is a little bit at the sides with a gap in the middle. And the reason for that is that we're going to turn it inside out. So you can see I've still got lots of frays and things. That's okay because it's all going inside your face mask and you won't see that. Okay, so you're just going to literally, like a pillowcase, you're going to push this inside out and then go into the corners, and you might want to get a pencil or something just to push the corners out. I'm just using my fingers, pushing the corners out, and you'll see slowly that the face mask is starting to take shape. So the next part of this little adventure is that you're going to need an ironing board. Okay, and this is really important. So don't underestimate the ironing in sewing. I did in my first couple of attempts. I thought, oh, I can't be bothered to get the iron out. But actually the iron really does help in terms of the stitching that you have to carry on and do. So there you have it. So we've got a sort of like a little pillow, I guess, a bit puffy. So we're going to go up and iron this now, putting our pleats in, which I'm going to show you how to do next. Okay. Okay, so we've got our lovely sort of pillowcase with a little bit the gaping hole in the middle, and then you're just going to take your iron and you're just going to iron it so that it's nice and flat. And you see where the hem is, just iron that for you. Really important to do the ironing because it really helps when you start to put the pleats in. Okay, so now we're looking to put the pleats. So put your the cover faced up. So this is the face, the front part of the mask, and then you're just going to make a pleat. You can make one pleat there. You can take another pleat there, and then you can take another pleat there. As you can see, starts to make shape. So again, adjust it as it goes along. You might need to fiddle around with it a little bit, and then what you do is just turn it over, holding on to those pleats, and then you're going to fold, you're going to iron those pleats in. Okay, so you're taking the first pleat, right, the second pleat, and again, if you make a mistake, not a problem, just start again, just iron it out flat and start it again. If you turn it over, you'll see we've got our lovely pleats ready to sew on its side. Okay, so now we're going to take those lovely pleats that we just ironed into our face mask, and we're going to sew those. And all you're going to do is you're going to sew along here and along here to get those pleats in place. So I'll show you one side, and then you can do it on your own. So be careful here, because you've got a lot more material, okay, than you have normally, because obviously it's pleats, so you've got double material. Don't be scared of it, but just listen to your machine and just be guided by how the machine is feeling, okay? So remember, starting with the needle down as close to the edge as you can, and you're feeding those pleats into the machine. You can take your time on this, take your time. Okay, so you can see I'm just taking my time slowly, making sure that those pleats again, take your time, don't be rushed. And see, you can stop and adjust those pleats as you go along. That's it, make sure the needle's up, pull it away, and there you can see that side is just all sewn together. I'm going to do the other side now and join you in a minute. Okay, so I've done both sides now, so along this side and along this side, and when I was sewing down the pleat, okay, so in that direction of travel. Okay, so you've got a few little frayed edges here, so what I tend to do is just clip those off, and then what you will find is it starts to look more and more like a face mask. So with the pleats in, it gives you that ability to open up a little bit, and the back looks like that. Okay, so nearly there, very, very nearly there. And the last bit is adding your elastic. So I've got these little bits of elastic. They're about 12 to 15 centimeters long. Actually, they could probably do with being a little bit longer in this case. But the issue with the elastic is that it has to be tight, okay? Has to be tight, otherwise the mask won't actually be effective on the individual. Okay, so what you do here is you want to bring that elastic right to the edge, okay? And what I tend to do is I tend to give myself a little bit of a holding on to one side of it, because it's right at the edge. It can be a bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth just playing around with. So play around with it, hold it in position, and then just like you would ordinarily, just use that. And use your back stitch here as well, just to give it added security. And then lift up, pull away, and there you have it. You have one side attached, slightly to the side to be fair here, so I might even redo that one, but just to show you where it goes, I'll carry on. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same now, but on the other side. So just pulling the threads. Remember, make sure you've got nice long threads, and then right at the edge, ideally, is where you want to bring it. Okay, bring that down. Like I said, good to use the back stitch there, and there you have it. Okay, so you do exactly the same on the other side. Right, okay, so managed to put one side, the other side. You can see we've got a few frays here. So all you do now is just tidy those up by just cutting those frays off. And like I said, you can use any type of material, old school uniforms, old shirts. Just have a go. I just messed around, experimented a little bit, and it's brilliant. Can make some handy presents, and obviously reusable. You can design your own, you can get material if you want, and there you have it. Your face mask. Put down round one here and another, and use it, and there you have it. Ta-da! So anyway, I will love you and leave you. Hope you all enjoyed that little foray into seamistry, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon. Ciao, take care, bye.